evening, good afternoon, and good morning to all of the Shake Master J fans out there. Because I'm here. So, I just came in here because I've been wanting to do this video for a long time. I never got a chance to do it. And as we are, in our March month, the last 6-7 days we have left, I definitely wanted to talk about this because I feel like this needs to be addressed. I know it's been a while, but it needs to be talked about because I feel like I have a lot to say. And I want to mention this, most importantly, to both sides of the spectrum here. So, first and foremost, getting right into it, I want to mention that I am neither Democrat or Republican. I'm a guy that's pretty much involved in politics. He kind of stays out of it because knowing a lot and seeing what gets unfolded like everyone else, being surprised at some of the stuff, whether I was right the whole time or not expecting it, I've realized that, I cannot be involved in politics. I am not involved in politics, and if I am, I do it in the most unpopular manner. Now, as you already know, and I'm pretty sure the title of the video will give it away, because I don't know what to call the video just yet, but, you obviously will know what I'm talking about. But the 2014, nope, I just went back 3 years. The 2016 presidential election, whether it was the primary or the primary or the official election, I can honestly say I am very happy that this happened. I'm glad, I'm happy, I'm brilliantly smiling right now. It's a brilliant smile. I am in glee of what just happened last year. And just the entire 2016 year in general. I'm glad that this all came into light. Mainly because if you had a doubt or any doubts whatsoever about our presidential election, well, guess what? What you just saw last year and what you're seeing right now pretty much lets you know real quick and real well the truth about how politics work. Now, I don't know more about what I've researched and read, but I'll definitely say that if more stuff comes to light, I will be shocked and unshocked at the same time because of what's being exposed. Thanks to the brilliance of some of the people that worked in politics that had enough, and most importantly, our social media environment with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, even Snapchat, which, not really much of a factor, but it is regardless. Let me go out and say this. Specifically, when it came to the presidential primaries, people running from the Republican side or the Democratic side, I straight up was just telling myself, I'm not voting for no one. I am not voting for anyone. Because I felt like dream selling season was in full effect, and I felt like people were just trying to sell us a dream, telling us what we want to hear. And then we have the front runners, the two elected people in the primaries. We have Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. You know, the brutal irony of this whole election was during the primaries, I came into this entire election thinking that I was never going to vote for Donald Trump. I felt like, not because of what he says, and my stance as far as him building a wall, it was kind of on neutral grounds, and trying to, because I get the idea, like, we have to take care of ourselves. I'm 100% for taking care of ourselves before we take care of others. Putting ourselves first. I've said it before, and I'll always say this. Selfishness always seems to have a bad connotation to it. There's always a negative vibe with it. People always make the word selfish as if it's a bad thing. No. Being selfish is a neutral thing. Neutral. Being selfish, it depends on what you're using, like how you're acting. It doesn't always have to mean a bad thing. So just because we put ourselves first doesn't mean we're terrible people. I understood what Donald Trump was trying to do with the wall and the Muslims. I have no problem with it. Like I said, it's just the way he was going about it. Now, as we see him, become, because you got to understand, Obama deported. I'm not gonna say numbers. I don't do statistics. I will not do statistics because it's so easy to manipulate the numbers. But I remember in a Vlad TV interview with Immortal Technique, he literally said that Obama has deported more people than George Bush. Now, I'm not going to necessarily agree because I don't have the research to do it, and I wish I could do the numbers myself, but once again, would y'all believe me? But I do see, in a sense of, maybe, under the Obama administration, the same amount of people that were deported under George Bush's administration are probably being deported as we speak in Obama's administration, and as now Trump's administration, with 3 months going into this presidential victory. Now, the way I look at it, and I know a lot of people agree with me on this, is as far as the travel ban and all that, I get it. He was just trying to keep us safe. You have to understand, although history's repeatedly shown that we've been interfering in a lot of certain things, that we should just leave certain countries alone, and we're not the freaking world's police, and we don't know what kind of dictators are doing stuff. Like when fucking the guy from Invisible Children's over here talking about Joseph Kony, like, say his name so the president will get the people to go in there. Like, you don't know what Joseph Kony is doing with the government. Why haven't the people in the continent stopped him? I say this all the time in my videos. It's a dark place we live in. It's a very dark place we live in. We try to black and white say what's good and what's bad, when really it's been made to look like that, and our reality has always been distorted. Why haven't the people in Africa stopped Kony? Why haven't the people in the countries where ISIS has been heavily praised upon stop them? Why do we have to get involved in their issues? Because you know what? When we do that, they get involved with us. But now it's the perfect time to keep Brexit understood. The perfect time is to make sure that all the people just chill and be cool and just stay away from, keeping us safe. I understood the concept, but still, the way he's going about doing it right now and what he says he's doing, it makes no sense. It's too much of a. It's not strategic at all. Like, he's doing this immediately. Let's do it right now. All these people are going right now. Take them home. Take them. Like, whoa, hold on. Get these people a second to think. Give your administration a second to think. Give the people who deporting these people and taking them from their homes a second to think for a minute. I understand if they're undocumented they should go, but like, you should chill. You know what I mean? Like, he's panicking too much. And then talking about bombing ISIS and saying all this stuff. It's ridiculous. Building a wall. I thought we had a wall. It makes no sense. We got a gate. We got a border. I mean, what? You don't think people will fly over or go around? What? People can't go around a wall or dig under a wall? Come on, Donald Trump. Use your head. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. You know, I mean, yeah, we don't have all the answers, but it just makes no sense from me and my perspective to say, look, it's ridiculous. You know, I'm not voting for this guy. I can't. I don't agree with it. At least that's what I thought. I thought the anyone but Trump mentality. And then it hit me. Hillary Clinton. Hillary Rodman Clinton. Now, I wanted to give her a chance. I wanted to help her out. I wanted to say, okay, this woman, you know, President Clinton, whatever the case is, will help out. But then, as I watch the primaries, I see Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton and the way they campaign themselves. And I've noticed one thing. Bernie Sanders has gotten himself the attention of the audience. When you watch, and I want everyone who's watching this, you know, I want everyone who's watching this to go back, go back to the history. Watch Hillary primaries. Just watch the way they do their campaign trails. Watch Bernie Sanders and watch Hillary Clinton. You will notice a big difference, not only in their tone of voice, but how they go about their speeches. The minute I learned and stuff started, and it's amazing how our internet works. Some people's doing this and some people's doing that. One minute the internet's producing and just going about something so ridiculous and, you know, not funny, and next thing you know, they got enough evidence to just pull up videotapes after videotapes after videotapes. And they're pulling up videotapes of Hillary Clinton, and they pull up videotapes of Bernie Sanders. And one thing I've noticed is, since for decades, at least when the videos came out in the 90s, Bernie Sanders has remained consistent about a lot of things. A lot of things that he was against that, you know, they didn't care for, and we see we're in the position that we're in right now. Bernie Sanders has always been consistent with his. When it came to minimum wage, when it came to free college, and when it came to all that, Bernie Sanders for gay marriage and Black Lives Matter, Bernie Sanders has been consistent for a long time. Hillary Clinton, on the other hand, as you watch some of these things, she has not been consistent. And I learned good and hard that there are literally people that will do and say anything to get elected. And Hillary's that person. Hillary literally is a panderer to the crowd. And I couldn't just do the, oh well, I'll just vote for her anyway because of Donald Trump. You cannot vote to settle. Never waste your vote on settling. And I will get to that moment, and I will get to that moment in a little bit. But do not waste your vote on settling. So I couldn't vote for her. And I had to stick with Bernie Sanders in the primary. I just had to. Now, this might be a little bit, this will be a long video. As you can tell by the 15-minute mark, which has gone to 16 in the next 3 seconds. As we see both of these people both of these candidates win the election, I came up with the ultimate decision, and I said, I'm not voting. I am not voting. For at least for those two. I am not voting for these two people. I refuse to vote for these people. I can't. I don't care what my friends or what my coworkers or what random people from the bar I meet tell me. I am not voting for these two people. No way in hell. And here's why. And I will direct this to our current president, Donald Trump, because I feel that I have to get to him first. No, you already know that, as I said, I was against the Muslim ban. I was against him building a wall because it doesn't solve anything. It doesn't solve anything. I understand being safe, but it doesn't solve anything. Then as you watch, if you literally watch the campaign trails that Donald Trump goes under, you'd realize this is just some kind of entertaining show to him. Like, all this was entertaining. All this was entertainment. All this was just some big joke. The way he just walked, talking about turning on the lights. Like, dude, you gotta be fucking kidding me. You're gonna be our president? Like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, it made no fucking sense. I wasn't gonna vote for that. Coming on freaking certain stuff talking about, I will bomb ISIS. I'll bomb the shit out of it. It's like, dude, really? You really gonna do that? And don't get me wrong. I want people to understand. Some of the stuff Donald Trump has said was hilarious. Very, very hilarious. Funny, entertaining. It's like, hey, I enjoy it. But we ain't talking about the apprentice here. We're not talking about being the president. We're talking about being the commander-in-chief of the United States of America here. We're talking about a big situation, a big responsibility, and you are treating this like this is some joke to you, which is really fucked up. But the one thing that really became an issue, and it was one thing for Donald Trump to just go on fucking his exception speech, and have Melania Trump talk about her victory, about voting becoming the president, and she fucking uses the speech that Michelle Obama used. I'm saying to myself, wow. Now, I've said this before, and I'll always say it. My friends think I'm crazy. But I'm going to say it. I don't care if he said he was voting for Trump or not. Pandora's box has been opened, and I get to do what I want to do. But I said, if Donald Trump wins the presidential election, I am voting for Kanye West. I don't care. And people kept going at me. He's like, well, Kim Kardashian is she's an amateur porn star. She'll be the first lady if that happens. Okay, you're right. You know what? What has Melania Trump done? Go ahead. Look up pictures of her. Look her up. I'll wait. Found what you wanted yet? I gave you a good 10 plus seconds. You ain't like what you saw, right? She's a nude model. Yeah. Our First Lady, despite all the shit that Michelle Obama got for some of the stuff she's done, your current First Lady is a nude model. Donald Trump can't even get his plans appealed by the Supreme Court system. The Muslim ban, the health care, it's all been rejected. Japan is laughing at us. Mexico is laughing at us. You know, you got Betsy LaVoe, you know, talking about alternative facts because people just chose not to go to the inauguration of Donald Trump. And yet they're just Mike Pence and them are just talking about, well, it was an alternate side. They're just, we look like a joke to you. The stuff that Kellyanne Conway's talking about look like a joke. Sarah Palin, we look like, we are a joke. This country, thanks to our commander-in-chief, now looks like a joke, if it hasn't already looked like it for the past 20 plus years. Now we definitely look like a joke. This is a comedy sketch. The Trump administration is a comedy sketch. It's a joke. It's funny. You know, Donald Trump has no idea what he's doing. He says he knows what he's doing, but he doesn't. I mean, you know, because he's a businessman that went bankrupt 5 times. And you literally put a guy like him in the White House. Okay. But you see the ridiculousness on this situation. And we voted for him. We voted for this guy who said all this outlandish stuff, who's literally going to Twitter wars against Meryl Streep and Snoop Dogg. And I'm saying to myself, this is ridiculous. I've never seen Obama do this. Donald Trump is literally on his Twitter account going at people? And yet there's constant talk about impeaching him. Impeachment. We don't know. I'm not going to say anything's confirmed because, you know what? The reason why this 2016 election has become a joke is because they already let a lot get away. Oh, don't worry, Hillary Clinton. I'm coming at you too. But they've let a lot of stuff. They've let a lot of stuff fly. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. I mean, come on, freaking Ivanka Trump promoting her fucking makeup line with her presidential power. How ridiculous. Knowing damn well that's against the law, they went and did something that, like, geez Louise, if you're going to break the law and be black gray area, can you do it where it's not noticeable? Jeez Louise. And, you know, it's ridiculous. But the two things that really made an issue with me. One was when this guy was caught in the Access Hollywood bus saying, grab him by the pussy, and to go on even further and say, when you have a lot of money, they'll let you do anything. And we still put this guy in the office. Now, for all my friends that logically had a reason to vote for Donald Trump, you will not get the slack. You will not get no flack from me. I am not attacking anyone who voted for Donald Trump for logical reasons. Same people I won't attack for voting for Hillary Clinton for logical reasons. But I will say this to the people that cape for him, that have dumb reasons why they vote for him. And I'm going to get to y'all. But just finishing this. It's fucked up. Yeah. Was it done out of your privacy? Of course. You know, maybe it was wrong to leak out private information. But, you know what? And it was definitely set out the privacy of your own home. But you know what? It's got nothing to do about being sensitive, but it's got a lot to do with being a respectful president. Your president literally said this? Wow. Okay. And yet he did not get disqualified. I mean, let's be honest. Y'all talking about firing him from NBC. He ended up going to Saturday Night Live anyway, so it's not like he got punished for real. You cancel him from going to NBC. You take away his merchandise from Macy's. You pretty much took him out of the Miss Universe pageant. But the Republican committee does not disqualify Donald Trump for his comments. What kind of world we live in where that happens? It's fucked up, ain't it? Like, that is stupid. That is stupid. Who got away with that? Who allowed this to happen? Whose mans are you? Get him the fuck out of here. You know, and now I have to go at the once again, not the logical voters. So I'm pretty sure you disagreed with his comments. But I'm talking about the people that defended him. Oh, you know, the people that say, oh, well, he says what he wants, and I like that. He's not afraid to stand up for yourself. Of course he's not afraid to say what the fuck he wants. He's a fucking billionaire. He's got power. Of course he can say what he wants. What? When you get a certain amount of money, you can do what you want too. I mean, hello, the guy is a billionaire. People don't see that. Oh, how could he beat Hillary Clinton? How did he use Russia to hack the... He's a billionaire. He's a billionaire. He has the money to do so. He has resources. He's got businesses with other people. What do you think he was going to do? How do you think it was going to happen? Of course he... Well, and I'm not saying, you know, what Donald Trump said on the bus with his lies. Hey, he probably did grab the girl by the pussy and, you know, they let him get some of that action. I probably do believe that. I can 100% say I believe what Donald Trump has said when he says when you're rich, you get to let them do whatever you want. Because you have power. So either they ain't got no choice, or they've accepted the fact that they ain't got no choice. That's how I look at it. You know? I mentioned, when I talked about pedophilia back in my other video, I've also mentioned that it's a serious issue. I've mentioned that pedophilia is a very serious issue, a bigger issue than a lot of people know. They can touch the subject, they can do news reports, they can talk about it all day. But remember, the two Coreys. Now, the videos are on YouTube. You can look up that. But, they've mentioned that the shit that goes down in Hollywood and where they're at. Bryan Singer, a director of an X-Men movie, is getting a heavy accusation. And the way they described what he did was, oh my god. I saw the videos in a 3D model. When I find the video, I'll send the link. It talks about that specifically. It's a giant thing, but they talk about it. Casino for life. And before I go on any further, I'm giving a lot of links out today because I want people to watch this stuff and know what I'm talking about. So when I mentioned a couple of videos, I'm gonna put in some links, and I want people to watch them because they're there. So it's gonna be a while for this to get put up, but when it gets put up, there's a lot of links I was trying to upload. But for the most part, you look at Casino for Life's YouTube page. He talks about what happened to Raven in Orlando, and Raven Simone and Orlando Brown, why they're acting the way that they're acting. And he's alleged that they've been too coyed. Now, we don't know what happens, but I do remember I was thinking when he mentioned that, I was thinking, when it comes to Disney, I remembered I watched this one Mad TV skit, which was so, it was a hilarious skit. It was it was a thing with women. They do this talk, not The View or something, but it's Bobby Lee was, I believe, an Asian woman. I don't know what her name was, but they were together and they made this joke, and then this girl was dressed up as Hillary Duff, and she made these wild jokes like, Disney got my parents killed. I laughed so hard. I'm like, that's fucked up. And then she's like, at one point, she's like, Disney ended up sewing my vagina shut, and I'm like, holy shit, is Disney that fucked up? You know what I mean? Like I said, Bryan Singer is under a heavy allegation. He said, oh, well, this guy's just trying to further his lawyer career. And I'm like, is he? Is he, Bryan Singer? Is he? He just... I'm not saying he isn't. I'm not saying he is, and I'm not saying he isn't, but I'll say this much. Why? Why? Because what the two Coreys went through is some crazy shit. And fucking Corey, Feldman was the one that's still alive, I believe. Straight up said, there's a mogul who is a powerful mogul who is behind all of this. And you think about it, and I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. That is nuts. That's nuts. If you don't think that's nuts, something's wrong with you, because that is nuts. But it's crazy. It's crazy. It is really crazy to believe that this is what's going on. So I wouldn't put it past me that Donald Trump says this because it might be true. You know, he's probably giving advice to some guy who's just breaking in the business, you know, who started to suspect him. You gotta remember, Donald Trump is saying this in the privacy. It just got recorded against his privacy. You know, he got his privacy invaded regardless of if it's wrong or not. That's why R. Kelly, back around 2000s, when he got you know, in trouble for those tapes he had, other than the one we saw of these girls, R. Kelly was, you know, free to go because they raided his house. They didn't have a warrant to search his house. They didn't have a search warrant for his house. They just went in his house for no reason and found them. And R. Kelly just had a good lawyer to use that against him. Sucks, don't it? This is all alleged, but so I'm not saying that this is true, but if it was true, R. Kelly got away with it. You know what I mean? Just for that. You know, who knows if this is going on? But this is all alleged as far as Donald Trump is concerned. This is all alleged. We don't know if it's true. But he was open enough to say that, and it was scary. So for all the girls that were against this whole thing, yeah, you should be against it, because it's scary. The shit that goes down is really scary. Now, what I cannot stand are the people defending this guy. It's one thing, because I had a coworker who was voting for Trump who denies this stuff. But I have friends on Facebook, and I have people on Facebook that defend it. Like my coworker and friend denies that he said it, but there are people on the internet that defend this shit. They defend the shit. It's one thing to defend him talking about, saying some crazy entertaining stuff about Muslims and whatnot. He's just being entertaining. Fine, whatever. Let's go with that. You know what I mean? I can say some crazy shit out of my mouth too. You know? I get it. I understand. But Donald Trump wasn't joking on that Access Hollywood bus. I want everyone to know that he was not fucking around when he said he wasn't being funny. Who knows? But he said it. But people were defending it like, well, I can't think of anything, but they're saying, well, it was in the privacy of his own. And I'm like, fine. It was in the privacy of his own stuff. I get it. I understand if he sued Hillary Clinton for that. But when you have people come out the woodwork, what do you gotta say to that? What, they're just trying to get some money off? So you saying that this was the privacy of his own environment pretty much lets you know that you knew what he did and you're okay with what he did. When you defend your hero, be careful. They may not be as heroic as you think. So when you're caping for Donald Trump and you know that what he said was wrong, you're just passing it up as he got his shit invaded, fine. But he should have been a lot more careful, because people are coming out there saying something that is scary. Just think about it, Bill Cosby, he gets his show taken off the air, gets his statue removed from Disney, gets his star on the Walk of Fame removed, gets dishonorably discharged, goes blind, and is nearly running himself dry from the well from spending all this money on lawyer fees. because of an allegation of raping women while they were under the influence. Now, Bill Cosby, it's been, a lot of people say, well, you know what? They knew what he was doing. They just used it to get themselves together. Okay, fine. This is during the 70s. Okay, good excuse. But then when you see these interviews on Breakfast Club, people just say, well, now if you're under this, it's considered rape. Bill Cosby was doing coke himself as well, right? Don't make no sense if this is the case. He's admitted saying, these people consented. We did them together. I didn't just give these people this while I was sober. I did it with them. But no one talks about that. The guy gets prosecuted and he gets modern day lynched. Meanwhile, you got Donald Trump, who doesn't deny and says, oh, that's not true. That's not true. No, what does he say? It's locker room talk. And I'll never forget what someone tweeted afterwards. Donald Trump saying that this is locker room talk is reason why we have guys like Brock Turner. And that is 100% true. When Donald Trump says something as ridiculous as that makes us scared, And why can I say that and I relate? It's Brock Turner shit, you know what I mean? Raping a girl and being found guilty. But only spending a couple of months in prison, solitary confinement, because his family got it like that. And he's able to roam the streets. Now, Brock is literally uncomfortable to go anywhere. No shit, you raped a girl, threw her in a dumpster, and said it was fun. Called it fun. Your image is now ruined because of what your dad just said. You better be lucky you're still alive. So when his family's caping for him on Facebook, and I'm like, your son raped somebody. A crime that is very, very, very unpopular between women. It makes women feel unsafe. I mean, I can tell you, I had a friend of mine, won't say her name, who went to a school nearby here. Palm Beach Central. Yeah, I pointed you guys out. Now I know, because there's other schools that are like this. This ain't the only school. But I won't say the friend's name. But she got raped by a football player in that school. And what did they do? Well, obviously the guy didn't get arrested. It made the news. Some of the people teased her about it, because they're not taking their shit as seriously as they're supposed to. And the school did one of the most cowardly things. I will never take that school seriously anymore. They did one of the most cowardly things that I've ever seen anybody do. FCAT test comes around. This woman makes a 5 on her FCAT tests. And this is before the test got changed up. But she makes a 5 on her FCAT test. They kick her out of school. They kicked the girl out the school. And my brother told me something that's forever going to be fucked up, and I cannot defend that. Because if you knew this shit, you guys literally ruined a girl's future. Like, I can tell you what this girl's been doing now ever since. And it's fucked up where she's at. Palm Beach Central is going to have to live with it. I don't care how clean cut that school looks. They're going to have to live with the shit that they just did. A girl got raped. Trying to move on. Does well in school. Aces a state test. And you kick her out. You literally ruined her future. So I know what it's like for women to be very fearful that there's nothing being done about this. And I'm telling all you people that defend this shit, y'all better be careful. I have no problems with women fighting against this because it's fucked up. You cannot vote for someone like this. I couldn't. It's fucked up. You talk about freely touching a girl when she doesn't want to be touched. Why? Because you have the power to. It's fucked up because people will rise against that. And you causing a lot of problems that cannot be solved right now. But the most important thing, and I think this pissed me off the most, alright, you talk about privacy, fine, whatever. We're not going to change your mind. And this is from me personally. As a fan, and as a guy who's been invested in what I'm about to talk about for a long time, this really, 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 really hurts my heart. You want to defend that? Fine. You want to vote for him logically despite that because you feel like every politician is dirty, like Hillary Clinton. Oh, what Hillary Clinton did is fucked up. Very fucked up. That's fine. I get it. She's far more worse than Donald Trump. Lesser of two evils. Theory. Fine. Whatever. But this is something that I cannot accept. And I was livid. And I know a lot of people that have been fans of this will be livid too. It made me mad, and the defense after that made me very angry. I have never been more mad in my entire life. At least from the election. The election, I've been around the election from when I was born. Clinton, I believe, George H.W. Bush was president. Like, the last 2 years I was born. And Bill Clinton was president after that. Around that time, I believe. I literally saw a tweet, and I saw people comment on it. Someone literally said in this tweet, if you are offended at what Donald Trump said, and I want you guys to look into me in the camera, because I want you to know how pissed off I was. If you guys are pissed off at what Donald Trump said about women, and you listen to rap, you are a hypocrite. I looked at that tweet, and boy, I was fired up. Now, if you looked at my older videos, if you look at I tell you about why my music taste evolved. I'm a big hip hop fan. I love hip hop music. I love hip hop music with a passion. Always do. Hip hop and R&B music have always been something involved in me because it's pulled me out of dark places. Even when times where I thought music couldn't save my life, I discovered something else and it pulled me out, and it's done the unthinkable. Hip-hop music will forever be the number one girlfriend that I will have. No matter how many girls that's come to my life, if I pick this girl, hip-hop will be around there. R&B music will be around there for me. So it hurt my heart. It hurt my heart, and it really made me fired up to see this. I ain't never been more fired up at a political tweet in my life. I don't think I'll ever be more fired up at a political tweet in my entire life. And when people try to say, well, we don't hold Donald Trump in the same standards as Lil Wayne. Donald, the guy who said it, is running for president. And you people are saying, well, he wasn't president at the time. A big fuck you goes to each and every one of you that did that made that defense. And justifying why you said that. Now, if Kanye West ran for president, you can say that. But guess what? Kanye West isn't running for president, isn't he? You guys kill me with that. You guys literally kill me with that. As if you listen to heavy metal music and they don't talk about the same shit. Come on. Hello? Last time I checked, Nookie came from Limp Bizkit. And Limp Bizkit is a rock band. You know, a heavy metal band. Come on. I did it all for the Nookie. You don't know that song kind of glorifying the fact that he was only with this person for sex? You don't think that's misogynistic? It's a rock song. I mean, Jesus, people, I don't even have to tell you songs out there because it just beat a dead horse. I want you to actually look it up for once. Look up the lyrics. Look up the music. You hear it in rap? Oh, country, don't worry. I know you do that shit too. Don't act like you ain't innocent. Why our genre? Why is it our genre that we're disrespectful? As if hip-hop doesn't have more than one genre. As if hip-hop doesn't have more... Why? Because the shit that you hear on the radio is what make you think this is what hip-hop is? Because the shit that our industry has poisoned your minds with? This is what you think? As if you can't go on the internet and look for authentic material? That stuff that's more than that? Now, I'm not going to say I don't listen. Yeah, sure. I can say, yeah, you're right. You know, those lyrics, the misogynistic and chauvinistic lyrics are into hip-hop. I mean, I can tell you a bunch of lyrics, you know. I probably did in a couple of videos. I can tell you a bunch of lyrics. I could probably tell you right now that, yeah, you know, it's fucked up. Yeah, I've enjoyed most of them. You know what I mean? Tina, perm your fucking weed. Tina, perm your fucking weed. Where you lurking, bitch? Oh, I see that shit. Once again, I gotta punch a bitch in her shit. Okay, yeah. It's fucked up. You know what I mean? I get Odd Future songs, man. Get your bitch jumped by 6. I'm laughing because I'm trying to bring myself up. I'm not trying. There's a bunch of Eminem songs, man. Oh my god. You just my hoe. Oh my goodness. I can tell you a bunch of lyrics right now. Oh my god. I'm thinking that one Nardwuar interview with Lil Wayne. He's like, so what's your favorite thing to eat? Pussy. No. Pussy. I'm just like, what? What? You know, but, you know, you look at it, and I feel like I've brought myself down a little bit, because I'm not trying to be mad here. Why rap, though? Why? Why are you putting this on us? Why is it that, and this happens all the time, why is it that the hip-hop genre, and you guys kill me with this, why is it that the hip-hop genre is always getting shitted on, criticized on? Our genre has been beat up the most because the industry can't control it. Like they controlled jazz music, like they controlled rock and roll. They can't give Chuck Berry his just due. Even after he died, now they're going to definitely rewrite history. You know, they take our sound, and when they tried to do it hip-hop, we got smarter about it. We got smart about it. We got more intelligent about it. We got more, you even got the people that you guys hate to listen to on the radio go on these videos and say, be independent. Be independent. Don't sign with these labels if you don't know what you're doing. Like, even they're being smart about it. It's amazing. Like, and they hit our music really good. Ever since Eminem emerged, and they sided with him, and they gave him the power that they could. They hurt our business pretty bad. They hurt the hip hop genre pretty bad. But the good news about it is that we're still alive swinging. So they push certain rappers, and I don't just want to say mumble rap, because there are good rappers that sell out, and they don't know why they're doing it. Yet, because we're as free as we can be with our creativity and our art, the positive material gets snubbed out, ignored. Like I said, I listened to a Breakfast Club this morning, and dude's like, finally, we got some lyricism being played, and Kendrick's like, y'all don't buy that, and Charlamagne the God's like, you don't buy the albums, but the people's like, we do. We just wanted to get played on the radio, and Charlamagne's like, Stun's like, okay, yeah, we can get it played on the radio. They know he's not going to get it played on the radio, but you get the point. Like, you don't hear different genres, it's always the same genre, because they want you to get tired of it so you can go to something else. And they're trying to smother out these places. But we're getting smarter, and we're learning how to get our own. And that's why we take a huge hit because of that shit. So for Donald Trump, for you Donald Trump supporters, not the logical ones, or at least the ones that say that what he did wasn't right, but I'm talking about the ones that defended it no matter what, you guys really don't get it. Good job. Good job. I want to say good job to you guys for pretty much just letting us know that you really, really disappointed us. But you know what? It's easy to attack Donald Trump. But I also shift the blame to Hillary. And this is where the second hour comes in. Hillary Clinton. I refused to vote for Donald Trump, but I was not going to vote for Hillary Clinton. At least Trump supporters, they were overt with their hatred. They were very, very, very open with their hatred. You Hillary fans are just as hateful. You're just very conservative and passive. Hillary don't care for y'all. She only cared for one thing and one thing. Making money. Making money. Because at the end of the day, the people who ran this country were Rothschild and Rockefeller. Rockefeller just recently passed away 2 days ago. And I'm going to get to him in a minute because there's something interesting about that. And there's more people who are billionaires who run this country. Allegedly. We don't know if they've done it, but it's been said and rumor milled that this is the case. But Hillary only cared. That's why she said she was doing all this weird shit, like dabbing in the fucking Hillary Clinton show. I mean, Ellen DeGeneres show. You know, dabbing in the Ellen DeGeneres show, fucking talking with a southern accent. Holy shit. Going on Breakfast Club talking about having hot sauce in my bag just to get a minorities vote. And I seen you guys trying to defend Hillary Clinton on that because y'all didn't want to lose your job. But Angela Yee, we seen you side-eye. We seen you side-eye her. We seen you side-eye that hoe. We know. Yeah! But you know what? I get why you had to defend her. I understood it. Didn't agree with it. But I understood it. And yet, for some strange reason, Hillary Clinton had the bright idea to freaking talk about Pokemon Go. If you don't focus on the fucking campaign, why am I 50 ahead? Let's see why you're not 50 ahead, Hillary Clinton. Let's see. Because you pander for no reason. You backwash on your words. You get caught in your own lies. Talking about some, oh, well, Bernie wasn't around when the bill was signed. He was right behind you. Back in 94. But you ain't know that, right? Yeah. Yeah. Be careful what you say, man. You know, you talk about, let me see your tax returns. I'll show you mine if you see Bernie's. Fucking guy openly gives you his tax return, shows you that he's making an honest living. And yet, even Donald Trump showed his tax return. Sure, people shitted on it, but you know what? They asked for his tax returns, and he gave it. By the way, I'm still waiting on Hillary Clinton's tax return. Oh, and another thing. And I'm not alleging this. This is not an allegation. This is reported because, you had to apologize for it. When y'all rigged the election. Rigging the election for Donald Trump rigged the election. That's why I didn't feel bad for Hillary Clinton when it was found out that the Russians hacked the election. Why? Because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. One, and two, and most importantly, and I think a lot of people need to know this. You rigged the election, and you made it seem like it was the Bernie supporters' fault. Like, we're not going, we're just being young and sharing stuff, but we're not out there. When literally, as reported on a lot of videos, we are literally out there trying to vote. But we're voting broken machines. Some of these people are waiting for hours. Some of these people are getting turned away. Those people who were registered Democrat are now being registered as independent. Out of nowhere. And once WikiLeaks comes out with her private email server that says that they literally cheated, what do you guys do? Rather than forfeit your position, you gave your position to Bernie's. You apologized and you allegedly threatened Bernie Sanders' wife's life to the point where he had no choice. So I don't feel bad that Hillary Clinton lost a rigged election. Yeah, Hillary is so stupid she lost a rigged election in her favor. I don't feel bad that Russia was involved. At all. I don't. because karma comes around full fucking circle. And what is entertaining about this whole situation as this goes down, and this is why I will never take Hillary Clinton serious as a fucking politician, and actually Bernie Sanders is still out there talking. He has been talking for decades, and losing a fucking election didn't stop him from talking now. Talking all day, just talking, going to meetings, going to shows, selling out arenas, still talking to this day. That's when you know when someone's right for the people. Yeah, it was unfortunate during the time he was caping for Hillary to do this shit, and we understood, but you know what? Like, I never turned against Bernie because I get it. He had to. His wife was getting threatened. What would you do? Would you let your wife die or what? That's up to you. But I do know one thing. Hillary Clinton got what she deserved. And while Bernie Sanders is still out there trying to fight a good cause, Hillary Rodham Clinton is literally AWOL. MIA. Where the fuck is she? We don't know. Even the fucking third parties are talking. Jill Stein is doing something here and there. Gary Johnson is at least defending the fact that, you know, third parties weren't the reason that the voting, that Donald Trump won. And you know what? And I want to mention the third party because I think this is important to stress. Yeah. Is third party a little hindrance to, voting for someone? Sure, you could say that. Because that vote could have been wasted to go someone else. Sure. But you know what? I'm pretty sure a lot of people that voted third party would like to believe that their vote meant something. People come out and they say ridiculous things like, well, you have to vote for Hillary. Yeah, what she did was fucked up. But Donald Trump did this. Or, yeah, you have to vote for Donald Trump. Yeah, what Donald Trump said was fucked up. But Hillary Clinton, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do the lesser of evil tactic. I want to know my vote counts. So fuck it. Whoever wins out of those two, fine. They win. But you know what? My vote's going to a different candidate other than you guys. It's going to a different candidate other than you guys. And my vote to a third party candidate is not a vote for the winner. The lesser of the winner. My vote for a third party candidate is my vote for a third party candidate. Y'all voted for Hillary and Donald. I didn't vote at all, to be honest with you, because I look at Gary Johnson. He's just there's something that he came off really good, but then when you get to know this guy, it's like, it's been rumored that Jill Stein only was around to promote her book and get some money and dip. Bernie Sanders was truly the candidate to go for. And that's fine. And I'm telling you guys right now, right here, that if you guys voted for third party, I don't want none of you people to be ashamed at all. At all. And I want you guys to know that. So it pissed me off when people are guilting me and making me feel bad or being passive or avert. Like, I don't want to vote for these people. I don't like neither one of them. Especially when Hillary was screwing the people over in Haiti. Now, I've only been to Haiti twice in my life. But I do know this. Being Haitian, it's an insult. Because you got someone who literally pocketed all the money for the Katrina fund and bought out all our gold and gave it to a family member and killed a lot of people, allegedly. All of this is all alleged. But you know what? As far as the gold and the money in Haiti, email says it. So that's reported. And it's fucked up because these politicians are literally getting away at murder. And I don't appreciate that. And I am very disappointed in a lot of the people that defended both parties without having a logical thinking sense behind it. And I feel ashamed that our country is so divided because of that. I mean, it's always been divided, but it's been bad. No. Ultimately, as I look at this and I say to myself, the next time we either have a re-election or an election for both parties. But one thing's for sure. Donald Trump being in the office has literally opened Pandora's box. So now we get to learn a lot of things that are just comedic, dangerous, scary, and detrimental to our future in this country. And I want to know, for all the people that voted for Donald Trump, was it worth it? That's the question I ask you. Was it really worth it? Was it really worth voting for him? And I'm not shaming you guys, because you guys made your decision. I know a friend who literally worked for Donald Trump and said he was proud to do it. He seems like a nice guy. Doesn't seem bad towards me. You get my respect. He stands by what he's done. But will you? Some people get mad at what he's done and said, I voted for you. Well, do you see what happens when you do that? And you're not thinking? It was great when someone was protesting for Donald Trump during the time of the protests. Elizabeth Warren was there, and someone straight up said, Elizabeth Warren is here like she didn't cause this shit. And yes, she did. By fucking with Bernie's votes and having the people in the DNC fuck with our votes. Yeah, she caused it. She caused it. And what sucks about this whole situation is Elizabeth Warren couldn't even admit what she did. Everyone admitted what they did, but she couldn't. She's out here talking about, well, they made me out to look like the boogeyman. You know what you did, right? Just fucking say it. Even if you gotta give some bullshit answer by saying, look, y'all couldn't handle what was going on. This is a lot bigger issue than Bernie. Fucking give a bullshit reasoning give a reasoning that makes you want to scratch your head. Don't fucking deny. You knew what you did. It's been reported what you did, and you got fired, allegedly, for what you did. And then Hillary gave you a job with her. Admit what you did. But I'm glad that regardless of the fucking BS politics, the black and white antics, and the allegations from Donald Trump, this presidential election opened a lot of eyes. I'm glad, 'cause now you get to see the other side. And I've said this before. I love when shit gets exposed, because a lot of reality will be revealed, and it's scary. It is really scary. So, that being said, there's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of links in the video description. You know, and I can't get into all of them, but I only got into at least 2. There's going to be a lot of links in the description. And I want you guys to enjoy it. Subscribe when you see me. I want you to subscribe, send this video to your friends, whatever the case you can do. But I want you guys to see what's been going on. It is crazy. With that being said, this is Jhammaster J signing out. Wishing you guys the best.